Good morning. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the MMF method or ambient turns method. Now we are going to the Pottier triangle method or zero power factor method. In EMF method, the first method we have discussed that we are considering only the leakage reactance drop. In the second method or MMF method, we are considering the armature reaction drop only. But in this method, we are considering both the drops. And these drops are separated by drawing a Pottier triangle. So in this method, we require how we are drawing that Pottier triangle. For that, we require two characteristics. One is OC Cara and another one is ZPF Cara. So in this diagram, you can see those things. You can see the curves. So you can see this is actually OC Cara, open circuit Cara, and this is ZPF Cara. So these two curves are looking similar, but ZPF Cara is actually starting from this point B dash, and OCC is starting from O or 0 origin. So that is the difference. Now the steps how we are drawing that Pottier triangle, that you have to note here. First, you are considering a point B, which is near to the knee point. Knee point means that curved portion you have to consider, and rated voltage corresponding to this rated voltage, you draw a line to this B. So corresponding to rated voltage, you draw a line to B, and this from this point B, draw BK or KB, this line up to this KB. KB is equal to what? O into B dash. That is the gap between these two lines. So this KB is equal to O into B dash. So you are drawing a line from this B to meet at K, such that this BK equal to O into B dash. O into B dash. Now draw a line KC parallel to air gap line. So air gap line is this one. Air gap line is tangent to OCC. You know this. So you are drawing a line KC parallel to this air gap line. So it is meeting at which OC Cara. Now you have obtained this KC and drawing a perpendicular from this point C down to meet at A. The line BK at A. So there are three steps you can see here. Take a point B on ZPFC, preferably well upon the knee of the curve. Draw equal to BK equal to B dash O. Through K, draw KC parallel to OC dash to meet OCC in C. Drop the perpendicular CA to BK to meet at A. So these steps you have to follow, and then you will get a right angle triangle BAC. So this right angle triangle BAC is known as what? Pottier triangle. So from the Pottier triangle, what we are obtaining? The height CA. So you will be getting a right angle triangle like this, and the terminals are marked as this is A, this is A, this is B, and this is C. And this height CA is the leakage reactance drop IA into XL, and the base AB is the field current required to create the armature reaction drop IFA. So you can note down this one. In this y-axis, we are always getting a voltage. In x-axis, we are always getting the field current. So this AC means it will be a voltage, because it is a voltage vector actually. Therefore, this height CA is a leakage reactance drop IA into XL, and AB will be a field current to create the armature reaction drop IF. Now we are finding the air gap MMF EA, which is equal to root of V cos Y plus IA RA the whole square plus V sin phi plus or minus IA into XL the whole square. So in this air gap MMF will not be including the armature reaction drop. Now this IA into XL you are obtaining from this triangle, the height of this triangle AC. So IA into XL you are obtaining. The all other things is already known. V is known, cos phi is known, IA is the rated current is known, armature resistance is known, all other things are known, only the unknown is IA into XL. Now find the field current IF corresponding to this EMF IFL. So you will be getting a value for that voltage E air gap MMF EA, and what we are doing is we are taking EA corresponding to that EMF, EA voltage here, corresponding to that EMF EA, you are finding the current from OCC, not here. Current, we are finding the field current from this OCC. It is drawn to the x-axis and finding the current IFL. So this is IFL. Now we obtained that IFL. IFA is already obtained from that triangle. Now finding the phasor sum of IFA and IFL. The phasor sum of IFA and IFL is found. Finding EMF E0 corresponding to the resultant IF. So from that phasor sum we are getting a field current, and that field current corresponding to that field current you will be getting an EMF E0 from OCC. And you are using that E0 to find the regulation. So this method is more accurate because we are separating the drops. We are considering the drops separately. So this method is known as what? ZPF method. So with this we are completing that voltage regulation methods. Thank you.